I guess with the sort of the core values that the Goshen Friends tries to teach to kids is how to interact with people.
At Goshen we kind of learned to, I don't know, treat each other with more respect, which was something that at my Catholic school they really didn't orient. And you know, I went from a place where, I don't know, it was a bit harsher, to Goshen, where there was, you know, bullying was non-existent. People were just kinder to each other.
I mean, when they say Goshen Friends, they're being completely serious about it, because like because you call them Teacher Kathy or Teacher Devin, it's like you're up close and personal with them. They feel more like your friend.
There was never a popular group at Goshen. We were all friends. And granted, you were closer friends with some people and not as close friends with other people, but there was never an issue of, you know, who's in the popular group and who's not popular.
I don't remember a quarter of the people's names in my high school, but I could tell you everyone in my 5th grade graduating class. I could tell you people that weren't in my class. And I could probably tell you their names, and I could probably recognize all their parents if I saw them out. Actually, I have seen them out, and I have recognized them.
The school I go to, sometimes I can't be there if you need help, or if you have something personal we're going to talk about, they're not always there, so we can't really count on them. And here, you can ask any teacher and they're just there.
The teachers get to recognize the individual gifts of each kid. So, I was horrible at math, but I was really good at reading. So I remember the teachers always gave me different books to read and different things that I might be interested in, which is probably something that you just don't get when you don't have the kind of teachers that Goshen recruits, and you don't have the small class sizes.
I think really what you're learning is how to learn, and a perspective on life than facts.
In public schools, it's kind of like you just have to listen, and they don't really pay close attention to you or teach you personally.
I mean, if you go to other schools, they're just get through school, get into a good college, go get married, but Goshen Friends is be happy, create things, learn to get along with other people, and then get out there and do what you want to do.
Even when you're 10, 11 years old, I don't see why it's necessary to have numbers associated with you. It should be about learning, and it should be, in these early years, it's really important to start ingraining those morals, those values that you don't really have time to do later. You can always do school later.
If you don't get creative and you don't have any interest in learning, then you're not really going to retain any of the information. You're not going to build that base to move on with your schooling and find things that you're interested in life.
If you don't really have anything to remember about it, you don't really remember it, if it's just words, you can't really, it doesn't really stick with you.
Goshen Friends has stayed with me throughout my whole life, and throughout every decision I made, and how in some ways consciously and in some ways unconsciously, but the Goshen Friends equip me with a set of values of what I feel is important.
What are we talking? Dorothy Hammerhand's in Brazil, right? John was in China, and I studied abroad and went to 9 different countries, and went all over the world, and I don't think I would have done it if I didn't have a school that would teach me to do that, and that's big.
Everyone gets varying educations depending on their learning style and stuff, but the real difference is what kind of a person it makes you, I think.
I would say that it set a really good foundation for how I act now.
It feels like a second home. I mean, I'm almost 16 and I still enjoy coming here.
I feel like I could just stop in anytime I want, and I graduated 12 years ago. Just a lifetime to some people,
I just really miss the school. Yeah.